Inch bothers me. He's shown what he's capable of. What if he finds out about our plan?
How would he? We're careful.
He's more ruthless than we expected. The bomb on the train. I don't want to think about it.
We need to make sure that we stay calm.
You mean that I stay calm?
I'm not worried about you. I know you.
Shall we go over the plan one more time?
We know that Inch hid the first eye in the Baroness's luggage.
I'll break into her cabin and replace the eye with a fake.
Right. We'll steal the second eye in Cairo.
And Inch will be caught in the act.
It's simple.
The devil is in the detail. I have to get into the Baroness's cabin undetected, then find the secret hiding place, and I can't leave any evidence behind.
Yes. And Inch said something about a combination, so the hiding place might be locked.
One step at a time. I think I'll assess the situation first.
And I think I'll make myself comfortable for a little while.
So this is how married life will be.
Works for me.
Everything went according to plan?
Except for the Bobby was right on time.
Because he had a good tip-off.
I had enough time to take the eye, but unfortunately there was no time to replace it with the fake.
Where is it? A work of art. Almost as beautiful as the original.
I can't tell the difference.
Inch could. But if all goes to plan, he won't have a chance to take a closer look at the jewel until after the burglary at the Egyptian Museum. Will Legrand cause any trouble?
Everything's still going according to plan. That means he's clever, but not clever enough.
And the Bobby?
Peasant's cunning, nothing more. He won't be able to solve the puzzle on his own.
There's still Inch.
He doesn't suspect anything. We laid the foundation well. I've been his assistant for months already. He doesn't trust me, but he thinks he can play me for a sucker. That's enough.
Speaking of Inch, I saw him talking to you in Venice.
He was angry because his attack on the train failed and because I lost my ticket.
How did you get on the ship?
As a stowaway, locked in a cold, dark cargo hold.
Poor boy. I'll go out now and lead the police and master thieves around by the nose.
I can think of something else to do.
I can't. The poster proudly announces the ship's first Atlantic crossing. The city of New York welcomes the MS Lydia. The silhouette of New York and of a ship, but not of this one. They probably use the same template for every ship. Looks pretty official, with a coat of arms, flag, seal, and all the trappings. And the silhouette.
I'm sure I could help you if... Stand aside! If you told me what you're looking for. You're just getting in my way! I'll wait at the door, ma'am. Yes, yes! Oh, Miss...
Mayers?
Can I help you?
No, I'm just having a look around the ship. Good day. Oh, that was close. Practicality was definitely placed ahead of design here. I guess the Lydia regularly docks at harbours that don't have their own gangways. And rather than make the passengers climb ladders, they opted for the less beautiful alternative. Two handsome sailors are standing at the table. A good thing they're busy. I can have a look around without being disturbed. If someone leaves the bridge, I'll pretend to be stuck. And if that doesn't work, I'll just turn on the charm. A classic. The thief enters through the ventilation shaft. Can it really be that easy? No, it can't. The cover is screwed shut. All the first-class cabins have their own ventilation. The shaft might be my best point of entry, but unfortunately... But unfortunately, the cover is screwed shut. No idea what kind of flag this is, but the pole it's attached to could be very useful one day. It's about 80 centimeters long and looks quite stable. Yes, it's sturdy, but it's also too cumbersome to carry around. No, there's no... Inch is intelligent and ruthless, a dangerous combination. He's not a brilliant planner, but he is smart and careful. He senses danger. I'm afraid he might suspect that something is wrong. I think he's frightening. You look in his face and you'd believe that he's at peace with the world and himself. From one moment to the next, the mask falls away, and he's capable of anything. No use worrying about him now. I have a job to do. Very fine handiwork. The model maker even wrote the name of... But the winter garden at the back of the saloon is missing. And the stern deck looks different. It was obviously made before the ship was remodeled. Maybe one of the crew whiled away the long nights at sea, built only someone with a lot of time and a love of the original.
Come in. How can I help you?
Are you the ship's doctor?
Yes?
You see, that's what I thought, because you've got a uniform and you work in the medical center.
Well spotted, young lady. My name is Dr. Gebhardt.
What are the other passengers?
Listen, young lady, today is my first day, and it is going...
You do seem a little stressed. Maybe you should relax. Stress isn't good for you.
You're right. If there is nothing else I can help you with.
But you weren't really helpful at all. Maybe I'll come back later. Several journals and magazines. Huh, this looks pretty interesting. Huh, there's something about the exhibition. Unique masterpieces exhibited for the first time together in their home country. Tireless... The only regular event seems to be the nightly drink in the saloon. Judging from the rest of the entertainment program, it seems no time for reading. I have to find the secret compartment in the Baroness's cabin. We briefly discussed whether we should try to steal the second eye here. The lack of escape routes and the 10-centimeter thick door to the safe settled the question. Legrand is an important part of our plan. He's the one who'll arrest Inch, but there's still a lot to do before that happens. The good doctor seems to be very busy. The silhouette of New York and of a ship.
Bravo! Bravissimo! Fantastico! Ha ha!
Would it be okay for you if I get some fresh air up on deck?
Of course, my dear. Give my regards to the...
Wooden sack just small enough to carry around. I'm not an expert. At least I liked it, and the captain was certain. Excuse me.
She can't have meant you, Mr. Kreutzer.
I just...
Did you count the rings on your fingers, my dear?
I think I'm going to stretch my legs.
But, Mr. Kreutzer, please stay. You simply must tell me more about your wonderful violin.
If you insist.
There seems to be tension between the violinist and the right. I'd better not get involved. A wonderful concert, wasn't it?
I wouldn't have expected you to be a connoisseur.
Because I'm American?
Because you're young, and friendly, and radiant. Someone like you doesn't have to know a lot to get along well in...
Are you easily prejudiced at your age?
In my long experience, there's often a core of truth.
Prejudice is the reason of fool.
Was that written in the book you once read?
Oh, I've read many books. Good books.
But not my books, you mean to say?
You're a writer?
Mm-hmm.
Mares. You know, I'm not planning on throwing myself at a man.
I'm glad to hear it. You have to work.
Oh, I will. My grades are excellent, and I really want to study acting in New York.
None of my books has ever been made into a good film. The stories were twisted, shortened and simplified so that even the dimmest fellow could follow them.
I want to do theater and travel. I speak 3 languages.
That would be 3 more than most people your age can speak. Do what you have to do. But stay away from bad men.
Is this your first trip?
That's quite enough. Life is too short for conversations like this. I do wish that rather delightful Swiss...
I heard you had an interesting trip on the train.
It was thrilling. I'm hoping for an encore.
Mr. Kreutzer possesses him.
He certainly does. His numerous playmates in Austria.
You mean Mr. Kreutzer is a woman.
I'm not talking about cheap skirts. I'm talking about expensive clothes. A man like him needs funds to support his lifestyle. Just go over to him, my dear. Tell the maestro that your family is wealthy.
Hold your tongue. Mr. Kreutzer.
Or did you have your eye on me, Mr. Kreutzer? Old, yes.
Jezebel. Mr. Kreutzer.
That's better, freeloader.
You and Mr. Kreutzer, you seem to know each other.
Not really, but I know his type. The young, misunderstood painter. The innovative writer who writes books that no one wants to read. The musical talent that has to be supported. The ladies and gentlemen of high society let the others use them and call themselves patrons.
Didn't you finance archaeological excavations in the Near East?
For my husband, and I was there myself. I catalogued items for him, but my son was one of them, the worst kind. The kind that sucks not only the money, but also the life right out of a person.
May I take my...
You may.
He's sweating profusely. Burst capillaries. I hope the crew doesn't take the captain for a role model, and that they stay sober for the rest of the trip. He's sweating. A deck chair in the sunshine on a cruise ship. I'd be a fool to miss out on that tomorrow. But I have to take care of my duties before... Ah, lovely big towel. I hope tomorrow I'll have a chance to sunbathe and enjoy the rest of the trip. A handsome man and a talented musician. Hello, Mr. Kreutzer.
Do you want to have a go at me, like the old witch in there?
I just wanted to talk to you.
Now is not the best time.
I just wanted to tell you that I really loved your music, and that Lady Westmacott did not have the right to speak to you.
Really? How do you know? You don't know me.
Then, did she have the right?
No, she didn't. That cynical old witch enjoys exposing the weaknesses, although we all have them. She as well. She lusts for recognition and acts as though it weren't so disgraceful. She rejects prizes and awards with snide remarks, but she's angry when others receive them. She needs to know that she's better than others.
You seem to know her quite...
I've only met her once or twice, but I know her son and some of her friends. One friend of hers supported me for a long time. No one is brave enough to say it to her face, but everyone hates her.
Her or her success? You're so talented. Why aren't you performing on the world's great stages?
Fate, perhaps. My parents opened every door for me and my sister and expected corresponding career.
Over-ambitious parents who force their children to play music?
No, it wasn't like that. I loved to play the violin. They didn't have to force me. I thought I would achieve my goals if only I worked hard enough. But it was not to be.
What happened?
In a more dramatic story, I'd say that I broke my hand just before my big break, or that I was rejected because of my nationality or my name, or that I was brought down by a conspiracy. But nothing like that ever happened. I practiced like mad. Got better and better. The right people never heard me. I was never... Can you imagine how it feels to always be on the cusp of a breakthrough? To be just one evening away from becoming an overnight to see how other, less talented violinists...
How terrible.
For every star in the limelight, there are a dozen more that burn out unseen. I didn't want to be one of those people who waste their lives. If I couldn't have the life that I always dreamt of, and that my family expected from me.
The next best life.
Mansions, limousines, parties. Though none of it belongs to me. An ugly word. I move with the rich and famous, and at first glance, I live exactly a carefree life, easygoing. And I play the violin.
But it's not really like that.
It's empty. My life is just a shell. A show. And everyone knows it. I loved something once. The violin is just an accessory for practicing.
And your family?
How could I ever look them in the eyes?
What does the future hold for you?
Isn't it odd? My hands are starting to shake from alcohol. What will be left once I lose my good look? I'll have nothing then. And so I'll put an end to it all.
You can't say things like that.
With my father's pistol. I always have it with me. It's gone. Fate won't even grant me a quick death.
Don't you think you can still make it?
No. It's too late now.
I don't know.
Thank you for listening.
He has the enviable talent of being able to sleep anywhere, anytime. He once fell asleep on a cable car and only woke up after he'd already gone up the mountain and back down again. Normally I don't carry so many things around, but it would have been suspicious if I'd come aboard with nothing but a rucksack whilst pretending to be the daughter of a wealthy family. I got this necklace from my father. It's supposed to remind me that money isn't the most important thing in life. If all you've got is this penny, as well as family and friends, I'll take it with me. It'll bring me luck. I always try to carry as few personal items as if my things are ever searched, they won't reveal my true identity. I don't like wearing hats, but they do fit the role. It happened pretty fast between us. Birds of a feather flock together, and he can be very charming. We booked this cabin because it's centrally located, easy to duck in whenever we need to. Of course, the fact that it's a first-class cabin with a huge bathroom and shower had nothing to do with it. Daddy wasn't at all amused when I brought him home, mind, but I don't think he'd have been satisfied with anyone. As soon as I've swapped the jewels, I'll treat myself to a hot shower. As soon As soon as I've swapped the jewels, I'll treat myself to a... penny might be the right size. The penny fits perfectly into the screw slot. That's it. I can jam the penny in and make an improvised screwdriver. Right. That's it. I just hope that this is the right shaft. I still haven't found a way to get back into the ventilation shaft from the cabin. I need something like a rope and a way to tie it to the shaft. I could tie the bath towel around the pole, put the pole across the ventilation. Sounds like a plan. Here goes nothing.
Ah, Jakob Aust. I finally got you. I'll have them arrest you and justice will be done.
Can I be of assistance, madam?
Yes, you can get out of the way.
Shall I tidy up, madam?
No, it's time to celebrate.
Excellent. The coast is clear. Impressive for a quick drink on the go. Gin, whiskey, liqueur, sherry, vodka, brandy, and champagne. Every bottle is at least half empty. Napkins and more bottles. Might be the good stuff. What's that? A small leather... Aha! Well, then I should... Wait, what's that? A note? Nefertiti, Guernica, A.D., Buonarroti's Adam. This could be a memory aid for the Baroness, and it would explain how Inch discovered the combination. I'm going to copy the hints. As I see it, I have to decipher these clues to find 3 of the symbols. Then I can guess the 4th. Well, Nefertiti was an Egyptian queen. The monogram and the 2 other clues aren't much help. I'd put money on the Eye of the Sphinx. I don't think anyone would bet again. The door is locked. Corkscrew, bottle opener, coaster. I can't use any of these. A suitable glass for every occasion. But most of them look more or less unusual. The Baroness probably disregards style and etiquette when she's drinking alone, and just uses the same glass. I wonder what the Baroness is running away from. Loneliness? Disappointment? I've copied the hints. Maybe someone on board can... To me it looks like a combination lock. The door only opens when the... There are outlines of animals. A dog. 8 symbols per cylinder. That... The Baroness wrote something down and took the slip of paper with her. It seems like she was searching for a specific photo. Jakob Aust. Now I've got you, she said. We got our hands on the list of passengers, but I don't recognize the name. Hundreds of black and white photos, many of them tinted, from the 20s and 30s. The mannequin could probably wear my clothes. It'd disappear under the Baroness's clothes, though. I'm sure that the eye is in the back. I'm here to steal one of the most valuable jewels in... Luckily, I don't have to go through all the... Inch has been traveling with this woman through Europe for months. Not even Adil would believe that this painting was an original. He was interested in art when we first met, but for him it was always about the content. I had my work cut out teaching him to concentrate on the stroke, the material. It's the only way to distinguish an original. I don't care who painted it as long as it speaks to me, he said. A perspective that, as an art thief, I can't share, but it's... As a child, I often stood in front of shop windows. When I got bored, I claimed that one of the mannequins had blinked and declared... That was close. What on earth is going on here? I don't like that. Is someone else after the eye as well? But even if that is the case, what does the audio tape have to do with it? I can't let it get to me. I have a job to do. Maybe it was a steward who checked whether everything was ready. Whoever it was, I should leave as fast as possible.